Are you thinking about taking a mental health day and you're going back and forth whether you should or you shouldn't as an educator? Well, taking that day off could be the difference between having a really good day and feeling much better, or it can go totally opposite and make you feel much worse. My name is Alexa, and I am a teacher plus a health coach for teachers and paraprofessionals. I specifically help them going from burnout to brilliance and having them shift their mindset and to create healthy lifestyles so that they can be the best that they can be and love their jobs and love who they are as an individual. So it is a really cold day in Pittsburgh and I hate it. So I'm literally like under a blanket and I have some tea going on, and it's going to snow in a little bit, and I'm just kind of like, I'm not ready for winter, even though it's like holiday season, but you know, just that time of year. So, and enough of my tangent, but so today's video is going to be featured around why you should take mental health breaks as an educator. So not everyone struggles with a mental health disorder like anxiety or depression. However, we all have our mental health. So think of it as like our heads are connected to our bodies, right? Like everyone's is. So therefore, like we have a brain and we all have our mental health, and our mental health affects all of us. I know it's hard to take a mental health day as an educator, especially because it's one of those jobs where it seems to create more work when you are out than it would be if you were there. Like, in other words, it just would be easier if we were able to be in the classroom doing our job than it would be out. And it could be like because of the way our attendance is set up, could be that we have to find different lessons for the kids to do since we're going to be out. Just like sub plans, just so many different reasons. But again, taking that mental health day could really be the difference between feeling so much better or feeling a lot worse. And if you don't take that mental health day, what can happen? You might be feeling like you're losing concentration and focus throughout the week, fatigue, or even burnout. So some advice for you if you are thinking of taking that mental health day. Sip of tea. Definitely schedule that mental health day like ahead of time. If you can tell, say it's a Monday and you can just kind of tell how the week is going to go. You're like, you know what, I've done a really good job past couple weeks. I haven't taken off. I feel good, but I'm like, I could just tell I just need to hit the reset button. So schedule it ahead of time. And the reason I say schedule it ahead of time is like, basically just like analyze when it's a good time for you to take off. Because like a lot of the teachers, at least in the district I was in, or I'm sure other districts were like this, where they would take off on Fridays. And it was like a whirlwind where other teachers had to pull from their planning period. No one was getting a break who were actually at work. So I think if you analyze, saying like, okay, well maybe Wednesday or Thursday this week would actually work. That kind of gives you time to plan. So if you are doing something, say you are honors trigonometry, and you know that like if you have a sub, they might not be in that content area. I would just create emergency plans for when you know that you're going to be out. So maybe do an activity that's related to that and related to your content and what you're teaching them at the moment. Or what you could do, now this takes time, I know, but if you guys have technology within your school, what you could do is record a lesson, and that lesson can be onto their computer or iPads, whatever they have. And when you're out, all you just have to tell the sub is, hey, there are headphones here. Allow the kids to get their headphones in their locker, whatever. Have a lesson for them, and it's going to be almost all period. Then that way you don't have to do anything when you get back other than probably put attendance in the attendance book and stuff. But that way it's not like you're missing a day. And they aren't missing a day of instruction. So That's just an idea. And also, of course, if you take off, and right now there's a teacher shortage, even a para shortage. If it's, the reason I always say analyze is because like if it's last minute, then like it kind of makes the school scramble. However, if it comes down to that and you're just like, I need this day, take it and just like don't feel guilty about it. But the school will handle it in the best way that they can. So if you are still worried about what you can do about taking a day off, and you're just like, it's not going to work, but you feel like you're getting towards burnout, here are some tips for you. First, give yourself some grace. Know that you are doing your best. So every day, not every day is it going to seem like it is the perfect teaching day ever. There are going to be days where you just feel like you're not making a difference and that you're not doing anything that you thought you were going to do throughout the day. But you know what? You are a difference maker and you're doing the best that you can. You're putting in the work and stuff. So give yourself grace. Turn off communication. Now, I really wanted to say turn off communication before bed, which is very important, especially if you are someone who struggles with boundaries, and you want to go to sleep, but there's an email that you like saw about doing something that you were like caught blindly in doing for like the next day or the next few days, and it upsets you, then you're not going to sleep because you're so upset and mad and angry and irritated and irritable about whatever. Unplug any time of the day, really. I would say unplug after school, really, and just be present. Just be, if you have kids, spend the time with your friends. Spend the time with your kids, with your spouse. Take the time to do take the time to do things that you absolutely love. And that gets us into self-care and being intentional for ourselves. So I know that a lot of us don't like the self-care rituals. It's like, okay, well, that's not going to make me a better teacher. No, it might not make you a better teacher, but it'll make you better as an individual. And you will feel so much better going into work. So again, like a mental health day would be a form of self-care. It's not something you should do every day. Of course, you need to go into work, but if you do take the day and you're very intentional about it, you could do things that you want to do, right? Like maybe you want to watch a movie, or you just unplug for the day. You want to work out. Maybe you have missed your workouts. Maybe you just need to get caught up on cleaning, and that's just kind of a form of self-care for you. That's something that I do for self-care when I take mental health days. I'm like, I just want to clean and like organize without being like, oh shoot, I have 10 minutes before I leave to go to work or something, you know? You could sleep in, whatever it is. Just be intentional about it and don't feel guilty about it, because we all have all need those days. So if you struggle with burnout, I do have a video that you can watch right here. And so once in a while, take a break. You are allowed to. You work hard and you seriously do deserve it. You are a difference maker. I believe in you, and I'll see you in this video.